Well, you know what? I'm gonna actually assume that you don't know much about me, and that's cool because I'm gonna let you know a bit about me. My name is Brittany, but on most of my social medias, I'm known as Vibrant. I am a Chicago native, and I really enjoy making content. Reason being, as a kid, I always gravitated towards the arts, and once I attended a university and I got the chance to be around equipment that gave me the opportunity to join a space and start uploading and doing the thing that I love most, which is creating. I started posting and thus beginning my content creating journey. And the first platform that I started to upload content on was my YouTube channel. And not only did I was I excited about doing something that I enjoyed, but I also looked at it as a chance to leave my mark in this world. You know, you could tell I'm a Disney Channel kid, but yeah. So I looked at it as a chance of leaving my mark in this world, and my intention was always and will always be to leave a positive mark in this world. And by, like I said, I'm a Chicago native, and I feel like my city always have this negative narrative over it, and I didn't want that to be the case when people saw my content. I wanted them to know that just because an area may be deemed as bad, that doesn't mean that the people are necessarily bad, you know? So I started with, posting little motivational videos of me just like talking directly to the camera. Then I started creating skits that included a positive message. And sometimes I would just post a random video that I hope would make the viewer crack a smile or, get a good laugh in for the day. Unfortunately, I couldn't be as consistent with posting content as I wanted to, or being as consistent as, in order for you to be a successful content creator, because I was juggling the stress of being a full-time student, the workload, and also being a full-time employee, which, might I say, I was definitely overworked and highly underpaid, but you know what? It's cool. That's in the past. Fast forward to the year that I graduated and received my bachelor's degree, you would think that it would be time for the ultimate celebration, but in that moment, I just felt so much uncertainty. And this was 2019. I don't know why I say that, but this was 2019. And right after that, I started experiencing this post-grad depression, I guess you could call it. And following by that's when COVID had hit. So I'm going through those motions, going through this pandemic, and I also was in a toxic relationship, and my mental, it just became at a very, very, very low a low state. And with that, that spark, that drive, that love, that passion that I had for creating content and just creating at all died out. And before all that, I was no stranger to depression, but the mental breakdown that I experienced in 2020, once I finally returned to being on camera making content, I wasn't the same. The girl that was creating content, she wasn't the same. And if you were someone that came across me prior, I feel like you probably peeped that. And also just in real time too, in my real life, I wasn't the same towards family, friends, none of that. So my passions felt different, and my relationships with people overall felt different. And it was just a really how can I say it? A space that I never been in before, so I really wasn't sure how to go about navigating through it until I started to post on TikTok. And with that, I didn't find myself just trying to smile because I was known for vibrate the good vibes and being happy and shit like that. No, I really was genuinely getting that spark back. I was having fun. I started finding new things, new ways to create. I started getting into photography. I started getting more back into dancing, and dancing was something that I did a lot as a kid, and it's something I do a lot now because it's one of those things that just no matter how I'm feeling, once I start moving, once I start dancing, I'm feeling good now, out of breath a little bit, probably hot too, but feeling good, and just looking at my content and stuff like that, and just having the realization that this is the thing that helped repair my mental, that helped put me back in a better headspace. I know that this is what I was meant to do. Like, I know that this is part of, God's plan for me. And at the beginning of this year of 2025, I made a promise to myself that I would not only just go through life, but I will also grow through life. I will be intentional with the woman that I want to become, make it easier for God to push me in the direction that I'm meant to go in. And someday I hope that I become the adult that I needed when I was younger, to transform into a woman who's able to be present, not only emotionally but mentally, for her amazing little future ones, to become a wife who loves her husband as if she's never had her heart broken, and to become a neighbor that makes a united difference, and to be a content creator that inspires and reminds you to pour into yourself, because no matter who or what drains you, you still have the power to fill up your cup. And that's why I've been inspired to create this 30-day series of just showing you what it looks like for me, rekindling my light after being burnt out. And with that being said, I appreciate you if you made it this far into the video. As always, love to you, and I hope you could do something positive for yourself today. Bye.